we're quite simple things, human beings. You know, we like bright lights and fast moving colours, and we like things that make us laugh and things that make us cry. We're quite simple. We don't like having to do a lot of work mentally. We really don't like it. And this is why the traditional PowerPoint presentation can be so tedious. It's not the fact necessarily that the information is so boring. It's the fact that we're being asked to hold lots of stuff in our mind and the presenter isn't making sense of it for us. Whereas what a great communicator, let's take it outside of just business, but what a great communicator will do is they're saying to their audience, it's fine, I've done all the work for you. I've done all the thinking in advance for you. Just join me on this lovely journey and you'll be better off in 45 minutes than you are now. You'll either know more or you'll understand more or you'll feel differently. And I think this applies to magicians, it applies to mentalists, it applies to business presenters. And one of the best ways of doing that is to exactly this, to signpost where you're going. And the reason I wrote the book, and the reason it's called The Busy Person's Guide to Great Presenting, is that I wrote it specifically for people who have to present. They have no option, and they're not necessarily talented at it or don't necessarily enjoy it, but have to do it and have to do it, become good at it quickly. And signposting is one of the easiest, quickest things you can do to improve your communicating. And again, when you watch a great performer, if you think of magicians or mentalists or whatever, you'll see almost without exception, there's a real flow to the whole performance. And it ends in a different place to where it began. And that different place is superior in some way. It's watch a great comedian and they'll do this. Watch a great juggler and they'll do this. Whereas a poor performer, it's just a string of here's one thing, and here's another thing, and here's a third thing, and here's a fourth thing, and here's the last thing. Right? And there's no link there. There's no bill, and there's sort of no reason for the audience to follow it. If they go out to the restroom and come back 20 minutes later, nothing significantly different. Mm-hmm. Whereas in a great presentation or a great performance, audiences should feel like, I cannot. If I go to the restroom, I'll miss something, and when I come back in, I'll have missed something important.